Hello friends, welcome to the platform of Darshanik. This is Akshay Kadam. So guys, today on this platform of Darshanik, we are going to discuss one topic regarding UPSC essay paper. So today we are going to take one topic of essay and we are going to discuss the structure and content of that topic. Okay, so UPSC essay paper is very important and scoring 140, 150 is possible if you properly structure your essay, properly present your essay. Okay, and write the content that is extremely in-depth, analytical, and reflects okay the topic at a very good level. Okay, so in this topic we are in this class we are going to discuss how to write essay as well as what to write will be our more focus in this video. So today the topic that we are going to discuss in this video is hunger is not issue of charity, okay, but it is an issue of justice. So hunger is not an issue of charity, but it is the issue of justice. Now this is very simple topic, largely related to polity and economics paper. But if you only write polity economics angle in this paper, which every student who has cracked mains, cracked prelims, writing mains is going to write, then obviously there won't be much scope left to get good marks. So if you want good marks, then you have to provide a lot of philosophical edge or analytical edge to your essay. You need to use lot of concept from humanities to explain or enrich your essay. So let's see how we tackle this essay. And on the same line, UPSC asked essay this year in 2023 mains exam, and that essay topic was that society that has more justice needs less charity. Okay, so society that has more justice needs less charity. ये 23 का जो topic है was on the same line. Okay, that hunger is not issue of charity, it is the issue of justice. So you check out my YouTube channel के previous recordings where I have uploaded 5-6 topics from 2023 का essay paper. So do check them out. And in this we will tackle this essay. Both were on the same line regarding debate between charity and justice. So in this essay, guys, while structuring the essay, first you should begin with the introduction. Now, in the introduction, guys, if I want to introduce this essay regarding charity and justice, okay, then I definitely first story that came to my mind, the anecdote that came to mind, okay, was a story of one Bihar girl who was interviewed by Pranav Roy in one of his very important video that he shot, okay, and for which he also got some award. In International Journalism Award. So Pranav Rai, who was on NDTV, the chief editor. Okay, so in that video, he has discussed one life of one Bihar girl. So now in my offline classes, wherever I teach essay in offline classes in Delhi or somewhere else, okay, I discussed that story of that girl. Okay, and as well as I discussed or compare her story with the story of my niece. Okay, and you can use this contrast or stories of two different girls from two different settings to establish this core argument in this essay between charity and justice. So in that story, Pranav Rai discussed one Bihar girl ka life, okay, in which he was interviewing her, and her daily routine that she explained to Pranav Rai was that her parents wake up in the morning, they go to a farm to work as a manual laborer. Then she wakes up, goes to farm, cuts the grass, brings the grass home, feeds the cows. Okay, then she milks the cows, then cooks the food. Then she wakes up her younger brother. Okay, gives him a bath, gives him a food, and both of them get prepared for the school. Then they go to school. Okay, and then evening when she comes back, she has the same routine. Okay, on other hand. Okay, I compare the story of my niece, okay, who is studying in Podar International, one of the big international school in Pune, whose junior KG ka fees is around 70,000-80,000 rupees, where she gets the best teaching, okay, of all different subjects. She has no burden of doing household chores at all, okay, and she gets tremendous inputs for her cognitive development, perceptual development. Whenever she wants to play with colors, she gets the colors. Okay, so the way her personality develops. When she was a kid and she read me, ki sir, Mamu, I have been taught in the school how to count 1 to 100. Then I taught her concept of a reverse counting. Okay, from 100, 99, 98, you should do that. It develops your brain in a very good way. Then I taught her even a concept of negative number. I taught her even a concept of infinity when she was just 4.5 years old. So, and during COVID, there was even an eclipse that happened. I even showed how eclipse happens. Okay, I gave her a goggle, okay, that suits to watch eclipses, and I showed her that how eclipse happens. I explained her, okay, how geographically how eclipse happens, how moon comes between sun and earth, and shadow of moon falling on you, and that's why the eclipse is happening. So this, the way, the knowledge she gets, the opportunity she gets, okay, her development, the level it is going to happen, okay, we can't expect that Bihar ki girl or ladki and my niece to compete at the same level in any competition or even in a job market. So even that Bihar ke girl ke liye, okay, we came up with lot of charitable programs, okay, for free food, midday meal, PDS mein khana, okay, this yojna, that yojna, okay, this charity alone won't be going to help that girl. What we need more than charity is a justice, that we need to empower that girl. Okay, and only by empowering we will be able to address this systematic flaws in the society, in the system, in the administration, etc. And that's how you could establish relation that charity alone will not uplift the people. What we need is a justice, the empowerment, okay, enhancing their freedom, and that aspect that you have to debate. So discuss the story of Bihar girl, okay, interview by that Pranav Roy, contrast it with some other story. Or chalo, this both the stories that I saw that interview and about my niece, I can write. You can put that story in your own words, same story, or you can contrast, okay, some story that you saw some maid working for you, okay, and that maid ke liye, you know that the government was running a lot of charitable programs, but without empowering her, only giving her free food, subsidies, etc., okay, is not enough. We need to empower her, and if we fail to empower her, okay, how you observed, and as we failed to empower that maid, okay, her daughter also become the maid, or her son also become the manual laborer, and this creates this cycle of disadvantage. So if you only give charity, not justice, it creates cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty, okay, and one generation you are giving a charity, but you will have to give charity to the next generation also. You will have to give charity to next generation also, and this cycle of giving charity will not break. Their cycle of poverty will not break. And if you want to break that, you need to provide justice. So this way you can use some any story, okay, from your personal life, etc., to establish the essay. Then, okay, provide outline of the essay. So in this essay, what you are going to write, the entire outline after 70-80 words of intro, you provide that outline. So in this outline, I told you, okay, first you should begin your essay with the core definition of core terms used in the essay. So your core terms are, okay, hunger, core term is a charity, core term is a justice. Okay, so define all these ideas. Okay, so in this essay, I will first, we will try to first understand the concept of charity. Okay, and to what level in India, okay, charitable programs or charitable institutions, etc., work, uska thoda outline. Then in the essay, we will go on understanding concept of justice, the multiple facets of justice. Okay, then we will go on discussing hunger and how it manifests in the society, what are the dangers of the hunger, etc. So after establishing this, we will go ahead in the essay and we'll try to establish link that how charity, okay, helps address the question of hunger. Then we'll go on exploring that charity alone will not be able to address the issue of hunger, okay, and that's where we will try to establish the relevance of a justice and why justice is more significant or more important than charity, okay, to address the hunger. But then we will go on also we'll explore the idea, okay, that until we ensure whole justice, okay, charity cannot be done away with, and so charity and justice should go simultaneously, hand in hand, till entire society is empowered, okay, and then only we can do away with charity, and then we'll discuss that how we can improve existing charitable programs as well as justice mechanisms, okay, as a solution in the end. And this is how whatever you are going to write, 70-80 words may provide the entire outline. So in the beginning itself, you are telling the examiner that what is going to come, what he is going to read. You are giving him a mental framework, in what flow, in what sequence my idea is going to appear. And you have to make that very clear, very fluently. You need to communicate that. It improves your presentation. Now he knows exactly next 1,000 words may what dimensions you have covered and how you are going to go ahead. Okay, so he knows now that first you are going to define the charity, then you are going to define justice, then you are going to define hunger and its implication, Then you are going to establish link between charity and hunger. Then you are going to establish link between justice and hunger. Okay, and then you are going to discuss that justice is charity cannot be done away with. Okay, until there is an overall empowerment, and so charity and justice should go hand in hand. And then in the end, you have discussed how to improve charitable structures and how to improve justice mechanisms. So now he has a mental outline of your entire essay. So provide that outline of the essay. Then you go into the main body. Okay, so in main body, you have to explain the idea of charity or subsidies. So what do you understand by this charity, subsidy? Okay, giving the then types of subsidies or charities, that cases going on in Supreme Court. Okay, regarding good subsidies and bad subsidies. So these freebies kind of subsidies or charity or charitable programs, and those who actually try to address, okay, the symptom, okay, of the poverty, hunger, etc. So you can contrast, or whatever your knowledge about charity you present, and different charitable programs that government is running like PDS, midday meal scheme, etc. And you can mention those programs. Then explain the concept of justice. Now justice is very wide concept. Justice applies to criminal or legal system also, but this is not that justice we are talking about here. So justice is very wide, and legal justice is one part of it. But along with legal justice, justice means social justice, cultural justice, economic justice, political justice. Justice means ensuring equity and equality. Justice means ensuring participation of people in governance, providing them say in the governance. Okay, and justice, as per Amartya Sen's idea about justice, that is, justice means expansion of freedom, expansion of choices. Okay, development as a freedom. So that concept. So you can explain these 5-6 ideas regarding justice, your understanding of the justice. Okay, then describe the roots of hunger. Okay, what do you understand by hunger? Explain that idea in detail. Next 70-80 words. So 70-75 words में charity का explanation, justice का explanation, hunger का explanation. So almost 200 words you are defining the core points in the essay. So talk about types of hunger like chronic hunger versus acute hunger. Chronic hunger जो short period के लिए होती है. Okay, acute hunger which is for a longer period. So explain chronic hunger, then acute hunger. Okay, chronic hunger, okay, creates these episodes of hunger, but acute hunger creates lot of negative impacts. It impacts in long term. Okay, causes long term malnourishment, and because of this malnourishment, it impacts the overall society. Okay, even the productivity of the labor or that individual, and it hampers his growth, development, everything in long term. Okay, India experiences both chronic and acute hungers. So if you could recall any statistics from economics regarding acute hunger, chronic hunger, malnourishment in India, you can try to justify your point with those facts. Then discuss about systematic causes of hunger. Why hunger? What are the systematic causes of hunger? Then unequal distribution of wealth, resources, unequal access to the food products, food inflation. Okay, costly food items, then nourished or enriched food is not available. So all these systematic causes that create hunger, discuss them. Okay, then discuss poverty also as a cause of hunger, because large number of times there is a food is available. Okay, but people's purchasing power capacity is less. Okay, poverty, because of poverty they can't access the food, that also can create hunger. For example, in 1942, when British were ruling India, there was a famine in Bengal, and Amartya Sen in his one thesis has discussed that 1942 famine was not because of shortage of food grain per se. It was a reason, but largely reason was purchasing power or purchasing capacity of the population of Bengal, okay, has considerably weakened or reduced due to British imperialism, colonialism's impact. Okay, and lack of development of infrastructure or other activities, and because of this low purchasing power, okay, largely contributed to that Bengal famine. So poverty is also reason for hunger. Then inequality, then lack of access to education, job opportunities, etc. can also create hunger. If you don't get good access to good job opportunities, don't get into intellectual labor jobs, better quality jobs which guarantee consistent income, etc., resources, okay, that can also cause the hunger. And then unequal distribution of food and resources. Some regions of India are perpetually don't have the access to food, like Rajasthan का जो desert region है, okay, or many hilly regions of Himalaya वगैरह where flourishing agriculture doesn't happen, or even Punjab, Haryana where there is a lot of flourishing agriculture is there, okay. So yeah, many tribal regions or forested regions where this access to food is a very big problem, and that's why this unequal distribution, territorial factors, okay, can also cause hunger. And here you can discuss even stories of Africa, where there is a lot of this nourished soils, okay, very better quality soils, and a lot of untapped potential of those soils is there, and there can be a big agriculture revolution, but there is the lack of infrastructure, investment, etc., and that creates this hunger or failed administrative structures, governance structures. For example, in Nigeria or many these countries where there is no proper system in place, working in place, which creates famines and all these hunger issues. So comprehensively discuss your understanding, describe the roots of hunger, causes of hunger, and how it manifests, what is ill impacts. So you establish all the core terms in the essay now. Then discuss what's drawbacks with the charity to address the hunger. Now we discussed hunger, we discussed charity, we discussed justice. And then essay clearly says that hunger is not issue of charity. So we'll first address that. Is it issue of charity or is it not issue of charity? Whether charity is good enough to address that. So here essay clearly says that charity is not good enough to address the hunger. We need justice. So we will discuss that. First, that why charity? What are the problems with charity that it never addresses or not good enough to address the hunger? Then we will discuss in the end what are the positives of charity. Because we can't do away with the charity until justice is done. So until justice is done, we need charity. And why we need charity, what good it brings, we will discuss in the as we go ahead in the essay. But first, agree with the essay that yes, hunger is not issue of charity. There are drawbacks with the charity, and charity alone will not be able to address hunger. And so hunger addressing hunger needs means, okay, ensuring justice. So we'll focus on that. So discuss the concept of cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty, okay. Then discuss this short term, discuss concept of this cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. I will elaborate this concept in detail. So in my essay classes, I discuss this concept very much in detail. It's very important topic, and such a terms that I discuss in my offline classes, etc. Okay, I tell students to use in the essay wherever possible, link them with your essay topics. And on my Darshanik app, I will be launching this course regarding essay writing. So there I will discuss many such concepts, a good concept from your optional paper, humanities paper, that you can use here while writing an answer. So here guys, okay, there is one concept, cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. And this concept is the core of your essay, okay. So in this essay, guys, cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty, why this is a core. So see, many, like last 60, 70 years, 80 years, Indian government is doing or sponsoring lot of programs, lot of good programs, charitable programs for the people. But still, okay, they won't be able to, or people or government won't be able to remove this issue of hunger. And the major reason was cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. Because when you give charity, okay, free food, etc., you are addressing only the symptoms. You are not addressing the root cause of the hunger. And root cause of hunger is empowering people. So you must have heard the quote that don't give him fish to eat. Okay, give him or make him capable of fishing. So we should, or we need to teach them how to fish. And so until we empower people, okay, we won't be able to address many issues. And that's why even one person we provide a charity, but if we don't empower that person, then his kids will also need a charity. Okay, they won't be able to break this cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. And why this cycle gets created? Because first of all, if one family is poor, parents are poor, manual laborer, their kids are born, they don't get good quality environment, good quality education, good economic resources, okay, even getting good private coaching is not possible. And many such issues, systematic injustices, okay, impact their development. In school, they don't perform well. And because of that, then their motivation to learn, etc., gets reduced. They drop out of the school, or they don't go to higher education, etc. Largely they drop out and get into manual labor jobs. And when they get into manual labor jobs, then they can't provide good quality environment for their next generation. And same things happen with the next generation. And this cycle continues, cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. And so if we want to get rid of this cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty, okay, charity alone is not enough. And so charity, okay, can't break the cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty. Charity can help that one particular generation, one particular family, one particular person to address his hunger, his issue of poverty, okay, but not the next generation ka, if he can't provide good climate to the next generation. Then short-term relief. Then charity is provides short-term relief, okay. It addresses the symptom in short term. It is good to address the chronic hunger, but it is not good to address the acute hunger, okay. So it is good enough to address the, okay, yes, chronic hunger, but it is not good enough to address the acute hunger. So long term it doesn't help to address this. It's a short term relief, okay. For one particular month, as long as you are providing PDS, particular year you are providing PDS, it can help you or address, helps to address this issue. Then it's a long term unsustainability, okay. So in long term it is extremely unsustainable, okay, because to provide a lot of charity, then government needs resources, okay. And if your country is not making that much of wealth, okay, then obviously government won't be able to run the charitable programs for long. Before being socialist, you need to be a capitalist first. You need a big capitalist class, taxpayer class, and even big capitalist taxpayer class is available, okay. We can't take this capitalist class, okay, is available, okay. We can't burden this capitalist class. We need to ensure that capitalist class money remains in their hand, so they can start new ventures, new businesses, and create more wealth in the society, create more jobs in the society. So beyond a limit, we can't burden the capitalist class. And so if government is short on funds, okay, then it won't be able to do a lot of charity, and that's why it is not sustainable in long term, okay. And if you want to be long term sustainable in long term, then we need to address, okay, this hunger's root cause. Charity addresses only symptoms. Then charity is antithetical to dignity of a hungry. कि charity it's very undignified कि कोई आदमी PDS की लाइन में खड़ा है कोई चीज लेने के लिए, it impacts their dignity, okay, कि यार ये क्या लाइन में खड़े रह के सरकार से भीख ले रहे हैं, okay, that kind of image, these people also it impacts their dignity, okay. You are poor and trying to get benefited from those charitable programs, charitable institutions, and that's why charity is antithetical to the dignity of a hungry, okay. Then discuss how systematic injustices perpetuate hunger, okay. So how the systematic injustices perpetuate hunger. So chalo, charity is not enough, drawbacks we discussed. Now go into justice part, okay, that how justice, lot of there are injustices are there. Now essay says charity alone won't be able to address hunger, we need justice. So today first establish that we need justice, yes. Then we need justice means there is no justice now, so there is injustice. And if today there is injustice, how it is causing hunger. So establish link between injustice and the hunger. So charity is not enough, we discuss now how injustice is causing hunger, and then in next part we will discuss how justice will address the hunger. And then yes, justice will address the hunger, but we can't do away with charity until justice is done. So both should go parallelly, hand in hand, and then solutions, and then the conclusion. So how systematic injustices perpetuate hunger? So yes, income inequality is one just injustice. In India, there is an extreme unequal distribution of wealth. You can quote Oxfam ka report, okay, that 10% people in India hold 75% wealth, and remaining 90% people hold 25% wealth. There is a from average median line, there is a lot of diversion. Lot of people are very high above poverty line, some are very below poverty line, and that's why, okay, in India we have very unequal distribution of wealth in Indian society. Oxfam report clearly talks about this inequality. Okay, Ambani and Adanis alone, they have so much of wealth which is more than GDP of many states in India. Okay, so much is an unequal distribution of wealth. Like just Madhya Pradesh ka, for a reference, Madhya Pradesh ka budget, annual budget is around 2.5 lakh crore, 2.5 lakh crore के रेंज में, Okay, Ambani's wealth is around, Adani's wealth is in the range of 9-10 lakh crore. एक स्टेट के बजट से दिस businessmen have more 4-5 times more wealth. Okay, and that is very dangerous trend, that unequal distribution that Indian economy has. So this is there is very systematic injustice. Then wage disparity, even salaries or wages are extremely, there is a disparity, urban wages, rural wages, or manual labor jobs and intellectual labor jobs, buddhijeevi, shramjeevi, the disparity in wages, okay, is tremendously high. The lack of last mile connectivity, okay, that people are not connected with the last mile. So this last mile connectivity is also a major issue. That last mile connectivity, lot of government programs don't read the most downtrodden. Okay, in many states, like where I go to teach offline, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, etc., I came to know that there is no government-owned public bus transport, and even these private buses are there. They provide services on main roads. So if you live in any outskirt or remote villages, you will have to bring your patient, okay, to the to that place from where bus will take you to the city. Now this is very problematic, that injustice, okay, where you are not connected with the most remote areas, you don't mainstream those remote areas. Then largely, one day I was teaching to Arunachal students, and one of the students, when I was interviewing him for his interview for state services, he has written a hobby that he used to teach in the to the students in the school. So I was just inquiring him why you were teaching, where was the teacher, etc. And he said that due to Brahmaputra got flooded, there was no connectivity for the teacher to cross Brahmaputra, come to our school to teach, and that's why 4-5 months he couldn't come, and that's why there wasn't any teacher in the school, and that's why he was doing that job. So these are the problems with the connectivity. So it is connected with physical infrastructure or connected with Aadhaar, okay, Jan Dhan programs, etc., with digital infrastructure or any kind of infrastructure. If people can't be mainstream in the economic developmental process, then it will impact, and it is one way of injustice. And we need to ensure, like in America, whether we are in Washington, New York, or some remote village in Rockies Mountain, you get same quality education, you get same opportunities for growth, development, okay, and that kind of equal society that we need to create. And that's why this last mile connectivity is very important. So it's a very open-ended term, last mile connectivity, whether it is road transport, whether it's access to government programs, whether it is access to good quality schooling, education, or skill development programs, or even access to the placements in the good companies, etc. Access to even knowledge, information, okay, or what new trends are coming in business world, where I will get good quality jobs, etc. Any kind of access, okay, which we can't give, we are failing to give to the last individual, okay, then that is one problem. So lack of last mile connectivity. Then systematic gaps in inclusion of marginalized groups, okay. Then there are a lot of systematic gaps where we are not adding these marginalized groups into the mainstream. Now, lot of OBCs and SC/ST reservation has already been given by the government, but still lot of groups are there who haven't benefited out of this reservation status also. So there are a lot of marginalized groups, for example, transgenders, etc. They are also marginalized groups. Most of them don't have even voter ID card. So last mile connectivity issue. And same way, okay, this entire community, okay, is marginalized. So there is a lot of marginalized places in India, okay, physically, like remote locations in Northeast or Himalayas, etc., or marginalized communities, okay, who are not yet got developed or managed to harvest the fruit of programs like reservation, etc. Okay, Banjara community, for example, okay, they don't have permanent residence, keeps roaming, their lifestyle is like that, and because of those lot of nomadic tribes, etc., who are still marginalized out of the developmental process, which is one kind of injustice. Okay, so these kind of marginalized groups that we need to address. Then there are a lot of population in India who migrates from Bihar, UP, etc., to Punjab, Haryana, from Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, in Madhya Pradesh, even to Maharashtra during harvesting seasons. So there is a footloose migration, permanent migration, and these migrant population, laborers, okay, because they keep on moving, Okay, providing them or integrating them with the government program is the problem, and that's why this is a issue of this inclusion of the marginalized groups. Okay, then in the end you can discuss that government has done a lot of things, what we have done for the charity till now or address these injustices. So in that you can discuss right to education. Okay, all schools have made or told to ensure 25% seats are reserved for the students from the marginalized community or weaker section, etc. So such a program you can mention that government has taken steps, but we need more than that. Okay, so this, then diversion of funds and resources, systematic leakages. So Rajiv Gandhi, that he used to say that we send 100 rupees from central government, then the last mile beneficiary, he gets 10 rupees, 90 rupees go out in a corruption, leaked out of the system, okay, diverted from the system. So this issue of diversion of fund resources and how it causes hunger, which is a problem of injustice. Then few months back there was a news in Madhya Pradesh कि जो पीडीएस का खाना है, वो जो बोरी है, उस पीडीएस के खाने में, बोरी में जो जवार बाजरा जो भी है, उसका पूरा एक लेयर मिट्टी से भरा था. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट एफसीए का जो फूड है, फूड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया, जो फूड सप्लाई करिए, दे आर लिटरली फीडिंग इंडिया, ओके, शिट फॉर लास्ट 60-70 years. To be honest, the kind of quality of PDS food products is there. So you take good quality product grains from Punjab, Haryana, other regions, and by the time they reach Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan के remote villages में, all good quality get diverted, all bad quality is mixed, even sand is mixed. That is very horrible leakage of the resources. So leakage of fund in the form of corruption or resources or underutilization of fund, misutilization of funds, all this okay, leads to systematic leakages and perpetuates hunger or never or acts as a barrier to address the hunger. So you discuss these systematic injustices. Then discuss how justice will address hunger. Okay, then discuss how justice will address hunger. So justice करने से फिर how these issues will get resolved and how we will able to answer hunger or address hunger, that you have to discuss now. So see the flow. We have discussed hunger, we have discussed justice, we have discussed charity. Then we discussed that drawbacks of the charity. Then we discuss how injustices cause hunger. Okay, like charity we are doing but not enough. How injustice is causing hunger. Now how justice will address hunger, but along with justice we still need charity. And then how to ensure justice and charity, all this in a sequence. So discuss how justice will address hunger. So usme enable social change. Okay, try to ensure it enables social change, it empowers all communities. Okay, it ensures social mobility, it ensures economic mobility. Okay, and we teach people, okay, to address their own hunger by developing them educationally, legally, socially, economically. We ensure their economic independence. Okay, so this social change it addresses. और यूपीएससी में एक ऐसे भी आया था पहले, okay, that economic empowerment without social justice without economic empowerment is meaningless. Okay, but economic empowerment without social justice, okay, is equally not good or not proper. So I don't exactly remember that title of the essay, but same line पे essay था that without economic empowerment social justice is meaningless. And you have economic empowerment but no social justice, which is also not good. We need all, not just economic empowerment but social justice, both should go together hand in hand. So we need to discuss this, how justice ensures social mobility, social change. Then it strikes at the core of the problem. It doesn't address symptom but the root cause. Okay, then role of social justice in hunger alleviation. फिर social justice से hunger alleviation कैसे होगा? That making these people capable, skill development, etc., integrating them with the system, ensuring they get benefited out of the system. If they are not getting benefited out of the system, how they can able to address their issues? Okay, और या system में जो leakages हो रहे हैं, how they will be able to fight against those, और ये सारा structure बनाना है. Okay, then we need to ensure this social justice. Then people will do the social audits of the government programs, etc. We will able to participate people in the social programs, and ये जो सारी social mobility है, will automatically people will fight for their rights and it will address their hunger. Then fair distribution of resources and opportunity. फिर justice ensures fair distribution, equal distribution of resources, for equal distribution of wealth. So DPSPs को realize करेगा justice. So implementation of DPSPs, Directive Principles of State Policy, will ensure the social justice and equal distribution of resources, wealth, etc. Then Amartya Sen's concept of development as freedom. Okay, so social justice say what Amartya Sen said. Okay, that justice means development of freedom, capability, expansion of his agencies, improving his agencies. Okay, ये ensure होगा. So justice will help person to decide for himself, will make him capable to fish. Okay, will make him capable to get good job, earn money for himself, to develop his skills and get better quality jobs and earn more wealth, etc. And so Amartya Sen's concept of development as freedom or improving agency capabilities as a justice. Then ensure self-sufficiency and resilience. फिर ये सोशल जस्टिस है, पीपल विल बिकम सेल्फ सफिशिएंट, दे डोंट हैव टू डिपेंड ऑन सम आउटसाइड सपोर्ट, लोगों के सपोर्ट पे. ओके, दे विल बी एबल टू मेक देयर ओन food or access to food and address their hunger. And also it makes them resilience. Even if setback comes, if they are capable, they are empowered, okay, they will reskill themselves, upskill themselves and will get or address their own issue. They will fight against the system for their own rights, etc. to get the justice done or address their own problems. So justice ensures this, makes people resilient, ensures self-sufficiency. And then grassroots movements for food justice. ओके, देन सोशल जस्टिस में ये भी आएगा ग्रास रूट मूवमेंट्स फॉर फूड जस्टिस. अब ये जो बहुत सारी लाइक मिड डे मील स्कीम जो गवर्नमेंट रन कर रहा है, एट्स अ ग्रास रूट, इट ट्राइज टू एड्रेस लोगों के लिए फूड के प्रॉब्लम एक्सेट्रा. सो लॉट ऑफ ग्रास रूट मूवमेंट्स इवन ऑपरेट अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो टू एंश्योर कि नॉट जस्ट फूड एक्सेस बट गुड क्वालिटी नरिश्ड फूड्स एक्सेट्रा, एक्सेस टू मिलेट्स, प्रोटीन फूड एक्सेट्रा. ओके, ये इंश्योर करो. सो हमें सिर्फ हंगर एड्रेस नहीं करनी, अलॉन्ग विथ हंगर वी नीड टू इंश्योर और गिव गुड क्वालिटी फूड, नॉट जस्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ फूड. वी नीड टू इंप्रूव देयर एंटायर ओवरऑल हेल्थ इंडिकेटर्स ऑल्सो. सो इसलिए ग्रास रूट मूवमेंट्स विल ऑल्सो हेल्प, ओके, इंश्योर फूड जस्टिस. ओके, वी नीड टू मोबिलाइज द कम्युनिटी एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल, क्रिएट सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स एक्सेट्रा. सो दिस वेज, ओके, जस्टिस विल एड्रेस द हंगर. तो ये आपके 3 पॉइंट्स आपके कोर होने चाहिए. ओके, लार्ज पार्ट 500-600 वर्ड्स यू शुड बी इन्वेस्टिंग ऑन दिस. The drawbacks with the charity, how injustice cause hunger, how justice, what justice will do and how it will address the hunger. तो इसमें एक debate more philosophical points, cycle of disadvantage, cycle of poverty, okay, Amartya Sen's concept of justice, freedom, etc. Okay, then enhancing capabilities, how it makes people self-sufficient, resilient. Okay, then discuss this long-term sustainability, etc. Then it impacts the dignity of the people. Then issue of marginalized population, last mile connectivity, systematic gaps. Okay, all these philosophical topics are analytical topics that you focus more on. Now justice का topic address करने के बाद acknowledge need of charity until empowerment, okay, is ensured. अब चलो, I agreed, just charity has drawback, justice can solve hunger by doing all these things. But until all these things are not done, community is not totally empowered, individual is not totally empowered, we need to do the charity. So acknowledge the need of charity, don't deny the charity. So you are disagreeing with the essay here. And I told you, you can disagree with the essay until only if you have very strong points to support your argument. Okay, and I have very good strong points to support my argument that charity is required, okay, until justice is done. So here, need for universal basic income. Okay, fine, we can ensure charity, justice, but until justice is done, we need to give people universal basic income. Okay, this universal basic income, if is not given, people will remain trapped in cycle of disadvantage. Even justice mechanism you have created education system, you have created lot of jobs, but people won't be able to get benefited out of it. तो उनके जो immediate concern है, short term के concern है, okay, chronic hunger जो है, that you have to address. Acute hunger जो long term है, you can address that separately. But initially, as of now, you need to address the basic core. So universal basic income that I told you is very important. Then social safety nets, you also need to provide social safety nets like this Atal Pension Yojana, Jeevan Jyoti Suraksha Bima Yojana. Okay, all these schemes regarding health sector programs, etc. So they are also very much required. So social to ensure social safety net. Okay, so without social safety nets, if people are feel sick and they can't get free access to healthcare industry, etc., then obviously what's the point of giving them good jobs if their health is not good? Okay, or a lot of people die because of they don't have access to the affordable healthcare. तो ये अफोर्डेबल हेल्थ केयर, अफोर्डेबल एजुकेशन, okay, is a part of the charitable program. So you need to ensure this universal basic income, universal basic education, universal basic healthcare, etc. Then social security nets. Chalo, you can do justice and empower the young population. But out of the population who is already 70, 80-year-old, okay, we need social safety nets for them. What of the population, okay, who is handicapped? Okay, we need then social safety nets for them. We need basic income for them. Okay, a lot of people, even they are empowered, okay, they don't get jobs or don't get mainstream jobs in the IT or any other industry. For example, transgender people, etc. So till these people are mainstream, societal mindset doesn't change to or acceptance of transgender people in the community doesn't increase. Till then, we need to give them basic income. We need to give them social safety nets, etc. Okay. Then food coupons is also one part that we need to continue until entire justice structure are not in place. Every person is not capable to earn for himself. Okay. Once they are capable of earning for themselves, you can remove them from the charitable programs. But those who are not capable, we need to give them food coupons. कोई अगर फैमिली में पेरेंट्स आर मैन्युअल लेबरर्स और दे आर नॉट अर्निंग गुड इनफ, तो उनके बच्चे का क्या? सो वी नीड टू एड्रेस वो बच्चे के इशू, देयर कंसर्न, लाइक वो बिहार की जो लड़की है उसकी स्टोरी दैट आई टोल्ड यू इन द बिगिनिंग, एंड फॉर दैट वी नीड टू इंश्योर इवन गिव फूड कूपन्स एक्सेट्रा. देन कैश ट्रांसफर्स. Okay, cash transfer is also a very important point. So cash transfers, okay, we need to keep on giving to empower the people so they can access these basic needs of their life. So उनके जो existential threats है, basic needs है, we will need to address them until we ensure the justice. Okay, so ये सारे points fairly justify करना. Then discuss the sufficiency versus necessary hypothesis. Okay, now चलो हमने चैरिटी भी किया, वी इंश्योर चैरिटी. ओके, सो इन द एसे वी एग्रीड फर्स्ट ड्रॉबैक ऑफ द चैरिटी, इट वोंट बी एबल टू एड्रेस हंगर. देन इनजस्टिस क्रिएट्स हंगर, सो जस्टिस विल बी एबल टू एड्रेस हंगर, दैट पार्ट वी डिस्कस्ड. एंड टिल जस्टिस इज डन वी नीड चैरिटी. टिल नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस्ड दिस. नाउ आई टोल्ड यू, इफ यू वांट गुड मार्क्स देन राइट मोर देन अदर्स, राइट डिफरेंट देन अदर्स. सो डिफरेंट मीन्स व्हाट? सो हियर, ओके, suppose we done charity also, we done justice also, will it address the hunger? So just charity and justice are necessary, but they are not sufficient. So we need to address sufficient reason also. So sufficiency versus necessary hypothesis, what else than charity is needed to address the hunger? So first, infrastructure investment. Okay, so we need to do a lot of infrastructure investment. Then agriculture innovation and improved production, example like GM crops etc. So infrastructure development, ये भी एक important point है. Understand how that we are giving charity, fine. Okay, we have even educationally empowered communities. But what if our youngsters, we have educationally given them very good quality education, but there are no jobs in the private sector. There are no jobs that government can create. So if there is no infrastructure development, okay, there are no economic infrastructure developed, there are no lot of jobs available, then obviously it will create unemployment, will create poverty, will create hunger. So we need to develop economic infrastructure, physical infrastructure, everything. Okay, chalo, in one part of India there is lot of food sources available, but in remote location, okay, we don't have physical infrastructure that carries that food to the remotest location at cheaper price or cheaper rates. Then obviously it will create lot of infrastructure. This physical infrastructure problem will create hunger. Now mostly I go to Arunachal also, Mizoram, Assam, those states to take coaching, and there I observe that in market there are very less fruits options available. Okay, because largely in those areas citrus fruits get produced, but other than that, okay, good quality fruits are not available in the market in the first place. Largely, but in Pune city where I am, largely it's an agricultural zone, that Western Maharashtra etc. Very even corporate farming happens here. Lot of agro food processing industries there. You will get 100 varieties of fruits in the market. Okay, any month of the year. So why we can't cheaply take those fruits, make them accessible to in the remotest location? Okay, if you want to do that, okay, and make it available at cheaper rate, we need to develop the infrastructure. Then agriculture innovation and improved production, for example, GM crops. Okay, we need to improve our agriculture production. Chalo, we have made people capable, okay, economically, we have made capable educationally, legally, politically, but there is no food in the market itself, okay, or the rate our population is increasing. If we can't increase agriculture production, that will create a problem. And to match with that, definitely we need the GM crops, okay. Then we need improved supply chains. That point I told you, okay. Improved supply chain is also required. And then reduced food waste, okay. We need to reduce the food waste. So a lot of food get wasted in restaurants, at home, at our homes. So why don't we have supply chain, better structures or better mechanisms we haven't developed yet, okay. So we could collect that food daily basis पे, lunch dinner के बाद, या बहुत सारी software industry में, बहुत सारी canteens में, hotels में, that food that remains there, we could pick that and ensure it is channelized to the people who are hungry, to the orphanages or other poor people. And we still don't have that kind of structures in place, okay. So reduce food waste, okay, is also equally, we need the management of that, which will help us, okay, to a great way addressing hunger. Then targeted social programs. Then we need targeted programs, charitable ho ya justice ke, TPDS, targeted public distribution system, we already have like that, okay. Handicapped people, या जो orphan बूढ़े लोग हैं, for those people, etc. या orphan kids, उनके लिए we need some targeted programs or social programs to address their hunger issues. Then nutritious and fortified food. Chalo, hunger is not like we give them jawar, bajra, wheat, rice, okay. What about other nourishments? Fortified foods, nutritious food, protein based foods, okay, good fruits and access to fruits and vegetables, etc. And for that, okay, nutrition and fortified food to address the malnourishment is also required, and you should talk about that. And then talk about private sector participation to improve the supply chains. Ab midday meal scheme we are running, but usme bhi jo itna corruption and all these things, systematic leakages are there, injustices are there, okay. So largely midday meal scheme में जो यूपी के एक फोटो आए थे किसी गांव के स्कूल के, कि एक प्लेट में there was a roti and salt being served. So this, we have a scheme, we have structure in place, okay. We have social audit and justice mechanisms, but still, okay, such a things are happening. So better than that, okay, we should be participating with private sector, and private sector participation with their advanced infrastructure, skills, way they operate, okay, they improve economy, efficiency and effectiveness of the programs. And so by taking help of private sector, we will be able to ensure, okay, or we will be able to improve the supply chains, and we will be able to do a lot of changes in our system. So private sector participation is also one solution that we need to address, okay, to deal with this issue. So other than charity and justice, what needs to be done, that we discussed. And then you conclude optimistically कि now if we implemented, we continue charity and address the short term and symptom के issues, we address justice to address long term के issues and make or addressing hunger in a sustainable manner, okay, we address the issue of charity justice also. And along with charity and justice, okay, we need some other things, okay, sufficient things also, okay. And these like managing food waste, targeted social program, nutritious food, fortified foods, even agricultural increase in agricultural productivity, development of infrastructure and improving supply chain, all this also implemented by government. And we are in a phase after 40-50 years, what kind of India we will have, okay. So India will not top the number of malnourished kids in India. We will not have the maternal mortality. We will not have the infant mortality. We will not have the child mortality, okay. Every kid will be healthy, okay, well nourished, free from any diseases. We will be able to address lot of diseases that happen just because of weak immune system, okay, because people don't get good access to good food as well as nourished food, etc., vitamin sources and so on. And how we'll be able to change entire structure, okay, of Indian population, okay, make them more empowered, more strong, healthy, and yahi healthy manpower, okay, will take us to be a Vishwaguru, or will lead India into a developed state. And with weak population, malnourished population, okay, and population under poverty, we will not be able to achieve this goal, and that's why this way you can conclude this part. Okay, so that's how you can frame your essay and write such a points. Okay, reflect on the essay more and debate this analytical points more. So that's all for now. Now use the same structure and write the same essay in your own words. Okay, so that's all for now. Stay tuned to my Darshanik channel. Okay, and check also my all previously recorded essays that will help you write very good essay, and also other ethics content and some strategy related videos that I am uploading. Like those videos, subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. And also to download these notes, join me on UPSC Ethics Sport Telegram channel. Okay, and you can download my app Darshanik by Kadam Sir from Google Play App Store. Link is given in the description below, and from those links, okay, you can download my app, and by soon in January month I will be launching a full-fledged ethics course and essay courses in months to follow. So stay tuned there for access to those courses. So thanks for listening, guys, and stay tuned.